Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be having a look at Centrifuge. This is part 2 to my original video. Today we'll be having a look at Centrifuge, what it's used for, and then we'll take a deeper dive into Centrifuge ICO because they'll be holding 2 public sales, which is their initial coin offering ICO on May the 26th. It's really interesting. So I'd like to get some more information on this, of course. So first we're going to have a look at what is Centrifuge. So Centrifuge bridges assets like invoice, real estate, and royalties to DeFi. So borrowers can finance their real world assets without banks or other intermediaries, which is very unique in itself because they're starting to use NFTs in a positive way. And we're going to be having a look at that as well. So providing liquidity is open to everyone. Investors can receive a return plus CFG rewards. CFG rewards are Centrifuge tokens. So they'll be receiving those rewards as well. So let's go over to CoinList blog. We'll be having a look at the Centrifuge sales that'll be taking place. So this just recently got announced. So it's actually quite a big sale because there'll be 2 separate sales in the same day, 26th of May. So it says here, Centrifuge is one of the first protocols to connect DeFi to real world as it brings the untapped multi-trillion market of real world assets on chain. Businesses are using Centrifuge today to access liquidity that DeFi offers. So a few reasons that they're excited about Centrifuge is the TVL doubling every month. So Centrifuge has entered a new category of total value locked growth, real world assets. The protocol tokenizes real world assets by converting them into NFTs on the Centrifuge chain. While its financing dApp Tinlake is built to access massive liquidity on Ethereum, the native token CFG has its own bridge to Ethereum, so breaking ground in Polkadot. So that's quite interesting in itself as well. Integrated with DeFi industry leader, directly migrating into other DeFi protocols such as MakerDAO and Ava allows Centrifuge users to get instant liquidity and make DeFi protocols more secure against destabilizing events by adding uncorrelated collaterals. So the public sales will be held on CoinList itself. Now they have a video to introduce you to what Centrifuge is, how it works, as I've already so eloquently done. So as you can see, Centrifuge is open for registration due to the double sales. So at the moment you've got plenty of time to register if you choose to do so. Now, I'm not a financial investor. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm simply giving my opinion on Centrifuge and delivering news and entertainment. So if we take a further look into the sales option, you'll see that this sales provides the first public opportunity to purchase Centrifuge tokens to participate in the operating and governing network. So tokens are locked and can still be used for staking and governance. More details are answered. Question can be found on Q&A. So I'll have a link to these blog posts in the description so you guys can read up about Centrifuge yourself if you want to learn more about it. So that'd be quite interesting. So Centrifuge, the token is known as CFG, the Centrifuge token, is currently on the Ethereum blockchain, but it's being migrated to Centrifuge chain itself. So registration was open on May the 6th this year, and registration deadline will be closed on May the 21st. So it's important that you know you've got time, but if you're interested, you always want to register as soon as possible. Like I said, initially, there'll be 2 sales. The first sales will be initially there'll be 2 sales. The first 2 sales will be on the 26th of May, held at different times, of course. Option 1 and option 2 sales end May the 31st, 2021. So it's just to tell you that they open on the 26th for the sale, but they'll be ending those sales on May the 31st. So sales term, option 1, first sale will be held at 0.55 cents per token Tokens unlock on July the 14th, just to let you know. And option 2, the tokens will be priced at 0.38 cents. These are US dollars, by the way, per token. Token release nearly over 2 years, starting from July the 14th. So different sales and different release of the tokens. Both token sales, each token cell will have 17 million token available for purchase. The first sale, they have 17 million, and the second sale is the exact same amount. Now, of course, there's a buy-in limit. Option 1, minimum is $100 and maximum is $500. And it's the same for option 2. This is just to give people an option. This is just to stop people from buying up too much of the tokens and create a monopoly. This is to allow multiple people to have an opportunity to purchase these tokens in the initial coin offering. We can have a look at the funding method as well. If you fund your account and purchase token USDC or USDT, there's no fee. We will value the USDT and USVC as an equivalent to the US dollar regardless of functions in USDT and USDC. If you fund your account and purchase Ethereum or Bitcoin, it will be converted to USDC at the time of purchase, and the 0.5 transaction fee will be applied. Users register for the token sale will receive an email with a unique link to enter the queue prior to the start of the sale. All users arriving at the queue before the start of the sale will be placed in a waiting room. Please note that the arriving at the waiting room early does not give you a better place in the queue. So this is interesting to note. Please note that arriving at the waiting room earlier does not give you a better place in the queue. So that's good to note. So when the sale starts, users in the waiting room are assigned a random place in line ahead of those who arrive after the sale starts. Users arriving after the sale get a first come first. Users arriving at the sale get a first come and first served place in line after those in the waiting room. Not available for residents and citizens of the United States, Canada, Switzerland, China, South Korea, British Virgin Islands, and certain jurisdiction. So the sale is actually restricted in certain areas of the world. So that's interesting to note as well. You know, a lot of people think it's going to be a worldwide sale that anyone in the world can purchase, but actually not everyone in the world will be able to purchase, such as citizens and residents in the United States, China, Canada, Switzerland. It goes on. Now let's talk about the CFG economics. So CFG obviously is the token, it's the centrifuge token. So it's a native token of the network. It is used for staking, paying transaction fees, and participating in governance. CFG provides chain security and rewards liquidity providers in Tin Lake. The supply of the CFG token is 425 million, and it grows at a rate of 3% per year, subject to governance. So the CFG transaction fees will be burnt at a rate. CFG transaction fees will be burned at a rate set by an on-chain governance so that the token supply becomes stable long term. Now let's have a look at the token distribution. The current distribution of 425 million centrifuge token and their lockup reflects the long-term commitment to building and growing the network from each group involved to the largest allocations set aside for participation in the ecosystem and community. So this is how the centrifuge token will be distributed evenly. Total backers 17%, 7% for rewards and grants. Early economy 8%, development is 11.8%, community grant is 7.1%, foundation and endowments is 11.8%, community sales is 9.5% of the complete token, and core contributors 27%. So that's how the token will be distributed as evenly as possible. So let's have a look at the centrifuge technology. The centrifuge chain is built on Polkadot, but adapts its bridge to Ethereum. This gives centrifuge an edge on accessing two of the biggest ecosystems in crypto. one DeFi liquidity and one for speed. So Centrifuge currently accepts DAI and CUSD, Celo USD coin in its pool, and its future can accept any stable coin such as Akala, DAI, and Celo. The team is also working towards money markets on both compounds and AV. We can take a quick look at the foundation history as well, because this would be important as well. Since 2018, this was a seed round of foundation, 8 million equity round led by Moazik, with a partnership from Blue Yard, FinTech Collective, and more, with an unlock period of 1 year from July 2021. SAF round, 4.3 million with Fenubush, Galaxy Digital, Moonwell, and more, with a lock period until December 2021, followed by 1 year unlocking. And of course, 2021 coinless sale is led by you, the users, us, people who will be buying this token. So it's very interesting in that, to be honest. Like I said, this is not financial advice. Now we can end the video on the Centrifuge team. The Centrifuge team come together with the vision of unlocking economy through opportunities for all connecting lenders and borrowers transparently and co-effectively, free of intermediaries and the inefficiency of the traditional finance. The team is a diverse group of coming from both traditional finance and crypto. The Centrifuge team consists of alumni of many of the world's leading organizations, including Genesis, Electricon companies, Parity, Golden Sachs, Credit Sushi, and the list goes on, Microsoft, United Nations, Federal Reserve, and more. Centrifuge in use. This is his use cases. Makers committed to add more than 300 million in real-world assets to the collateral base this year to secure the protocol. Centrifuge is a leading way with the first ever real-world assets application approved by MakerDAO, and more than 10 businesses partners in the pipeline to tap into Maker's decentralized line of credit. So AV Centrifuge market. Centrifuge is also working to launch a real-world assets pool on AV. The Centrifuge team is about to present a AV request for comment ARC to the AV governance forum to seek feedbacks and community approval to launch the first permissionless whitelisted Tin Lake pool on AV. So it continues into Paperchain. Paperchain Centrifuge is the only blockchain platform available that is able to empower artists by advancing Spotify revenue in matters of minutes. To their record label customers, soon to the individual artist directly, this collaboration can disrupt the revenue in the music industry, worth 11 billion alone in the US, with 6 record labels presenting the thousands of artists having used this pool so far. So it's going to be really excited to see how that goes. So of course, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.